mine. Yes, that's because I'm using a earpiece, right? So basically you would not be hearing my own, but or your own computer, you should hear it say whatever you wrote it to say, unless the audio of your computer is not working. But if your audio of your computer is working and you have, when this sprite is clicked, set voice to squeak, pick, let's go, glide 1 second to random position. So it's going to work perfectly just like what I have. Now we want to add a backdrop. So what is a backdrop? A backdrop is a background. For those of us that have used Scratch before, we understand this. A backdrop is a background. So we're going to click to add backdrop. That's the icon on the right-hand side, the down part. So we're going to click on it and we're going to add a backdrop. Okay. So click on that button. So click on it 2 times. All right. We're going to add a backdrop. I want you to look for any backdrop that you like. Any backdrop that you like, that you want your card to be in. So I'm going to choose, for me, I'm going to choose Hayfield. All right. So you can choose any backdrop you like. You can choose any backdrop you like. Now, the next thing I want to do is to add another sprite, so another character. To add a sprite, what you do is to use the choose a sprite button, right? That's this one that looks like the head of a cat. So what you want to do is to choose a sprite. So we're going to click on that. I'm going to add a sprite called Dot, D-O-T, Dot. Or you can add a robot. So what I want to do is I want Dot to say some certain things. So I'm going to go and I'm going to drag. When this sprite is clicked, what should happen? I'll go to sound, right? I'll go to sound. I'll drag start sound. Start sound. Start sound. Okay. At the top here, okay, so you have start sound and some of you might only have back. So what you want to do, right, is to click on Dot is a flying dog. Yes. So I'm going to click on sprite. How did I add dots? I clicked on this sprite, choose a sprite. Then I looked for dot, D-O-T. Then I clicked on it. Yes. So that's how I added dots. Now, one at the top here, you have code, you have costume, you have sound. So I want to add a sound. I want to add a sound. So I'm going to go down here and I'll choose a sound. I'm going to look for hip up, hip up. All right. So I want us to add the sound hip up. Add the sound hip up. So click on sound at the top. Click on choose a sound. Look for or search for hip up. And then click on it. Now, once you've added that, go to your code. Now, under your code, this start sound, you will now see hip up here. you see hip up here. What I did, I went to sound at the top here. I clicked on choose a sound. Then I searched for hip up. Hip up. So this is it here. So I clicked on it. So, and I went back to my code. And then since I have this start sound, I just changed it to hip up. Hip up. Esther is saying I'm too fast. Yes, that's why I'm repeating myself. That is why I'm repeating myself. So, how many of us have done this? I want to be sure you've done this. You have when this sprite clicks, start sound, hip up. So just type yes, yes, yes in the comment section if you've done yours. Hip up. Olivia has done ours. Good. Esther, have you done your own? Ojeomi Kende has done as Tobias. You guys are amazing. Yes, 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 yes. I love the energy. Okay, so start sound hip up. Hope has done as well. Good. Now, you notice, so when you click on dots, so I want us to click on dots. We'll see that hip hop beats to start playing, okay? So then to stop it, just click on these red dots at the top here. Click on the red dots to stop the song from playing. So next, we want our dog, our dancing dog, to say something. So go to our text to speech. And we want our dancing dog to say, I am a dancing dog. Or I am a robot dog. Then we want it to say, I like to dance a lot. Then I'll drag another speak. What is the difference between start sound and play sound? Okay, so play sound is just going to play that sound until that particular action is done. So you use play sound when there's an action, right, that accompanies it, right? So when that action is done, the song would stop. For instance, if a ball is bouncing on a wall, or if a balloon is bursting, you will say, if I burst this balloon, it should do pow. Right? So it just for that moment, it just do pow and to stop. Right? But for this particular start sound, it's going to continue, right, till the end, until you now stop it by yourself by clicking on this red dot. Does that answer your question, Ibrahim? Okay, so Emmanuel is saying, can I do it again? Okay, so I added dots, which is the dancing dog. Then I went to events. I dragged when this sprite is clicked. I went to sound and I dragged start sound. Then I went to my sound and here I added a sound called hip up. And then I went back to my code. I went to my text to speech. You know, we from the beginning, we use this text to speech. Then I dragged speak. I dragged it 3 times. And I said, it should speak, I am a dancing dog. It should speak again, I like to dance a lot. Then it should speak again, woof, woof, woof. So I want us to play it. Just click on your dog. All right. So we see that our song played all through, all right? Okay, as the dog was talking, right? So that is basically how you animate different things. Now, we want to animate another thing, so we're going to add another sprite. Now, what we want to add, we want it to be able to change color. We want it to change color. So you're going to look for a sprite that has multiple colors so that it can transform into those different colors. Okay, so I'm looking for a sprite that has multiple colors so it can transform into those different colors. So I've seen one, which is the beetle. Okay, so I'm going to add a beetle. So let's add a beetle like this ladybug. All right, so when I add this ladybug, this is my ladybug here. So I want to animate my ladybug. You know, I talked to you that we are learning animation, okay, how different animations work. Yeah, so wanna add a sprite called log. So this is our ladybug here. What we want to do is to now animate this ladybug so that it can speak and also so that it can change colors. So that it can speak and so that it can change colors. So click on sprites and look for ladybug. 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 So that's all we did. Tobias and Emmanuel, you're asking questions. So click on sprite and click on ladybug. Choose a sprite and then click on ladybug. So what are the things I said we want to make it do? Number one, we want to make it speak. Number two, I want to make it change color. Okay, so to make it speak, who can tell us what I need to write? So in the comment section, who can tell me what are the code blocks I'm going to need to make it speak? What are the code blocks I'm going to need to make it speak? Who can tell me? Text to speech. I want you the exact code blocks. What and what do I need to have? Emmanuel said when sprite clicks, very good. So I'll go to events. I'm going to drag when sprite clicks. Yes, then Olivia said speak hello. Good. Speak hello. Good. Then what else? I want to set the voice to maybe a giant. Let me see. So I just set the voice. Okay, then I want it to say hello. Then next, I want it to change color. Who can tell me where I need to go to? I want to change color. You know, at the beginning, when I was talking about the color palette, the different colors, Who can tell me if I want to change color, where would I see that? Okay, Sophia is saying variables. Jeremy is saying costumes. Oh, Emmanuel is asking, how do you add text to speech? Okay, this purple thing at the bottom here, click on it, you see text to speech. Yes, that's where you add text to speech. Okay, okay. Mofokwe said looks. Yes, she is very correct. So we're going to looks. Looks. Very good. Very good. Esther said looks as well. Very good. Ibrahim said looks. Okay, Mofokwe said looks change color. Very, very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so yes, let's go to looks. What we want to do, and we're going to look for change color. Change color. Yes, change color effect, right, by 25. Change color effect by 25. Change color effect by 25. And then we're going to set it to speak and say, oh, look at my beautiful colors. Esther is asking, how do we add sound? Okay, first you need to click on sound at the top here. See this sound at the top here. Then add the type of sound you want. Okay. Add the type of sound you want. Once you add it, then go back to your code. You now go to sound here and then drag that sound. Okay, that's how you add sound. All right, so I've added to my B2. When this sprite is clicked, set my voice to auto, speak hello, change color effect by 25, and then speak, oh, look at my beautiful colors. So we're going to try that out. We're going to click on our B2. So we can see that the color is changing. Okay, so someone asks, what is set? Here we have set color effect. We have change color effect, and then we have set color effect. Someone's asking, what does set color, what is set color used for? So basically, set color is, you want that thing to be only one color, that particular color. Okay, right? So that's when you use set color. That's when you use set color. But if you want it to change, right? You want it to change different shades, yes, you're going to use change color. Emmanuel says, but it doesn't speak. Okay, if you've added it correctly, if your audio of your computer is working correctly as well, your B2 or your Ladybug should speak. Your Ladybug should speak. I know some of us have worked on Squad before, but yes, there are some of us that have not worked on Squad before. So we are just familiarizing ourselves, because as we go on in the class, we're going to go into some more difficult things. So we want to be sure that everybody understands the basics, the beginning, and everybody finds it interesting. So you're going to, so this code block says when this sprite is clicked. So what you want to do is to click on the sprite, which is the ladybug. Okay, now we have that. The next thing we want to do is we want the ladybug to spin around. We want the ladybug to spin around. Okay, want it to spin around. So what we're going to do is to go to events, and we'll drag when flag clicks. Before we use when this sprite is clicked. Now we're going to drag when flag clicks. We'll go to, after that, you go to control. You go to control and you drag in forever. 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 The first thing I did, I went to events. I dragged when flag clicked. The next thing, I went to control. I dragged in forever. And now, like Sophia said, you go to motion. And then you're going to drag turn right 15 degrees. Turn right 15 degrees. So what now happens is your B2 keeps turning, right? Forever, forever, forever. It keeps turning and turning and turning. And then when you click on it, the color will change and it's going to speak. When you click on it, the color will change and it's going to speak. So these are the simple animations. So now for our classwork, I want someone to add a bird sprite, add a bird or a bat, add a bird or a bat sprite, and then I want you to make the bird move up and down. Okay, I want you to make the bird move up and down, and I want you to make the bird say, I am flying. So classwork, add a bird, okay, make the bird move up and down, and then add a voice where the bird is saying, I am flying. So what you want to do for me, how do you submit? You're going to take a screenshot of your page, of your Scratch page, just like this. Take a screenshot or snap it with a phone. I want us to do it now. It's a classwork, it's not assignment. Do it now, now, now. So add a bird, okay? Add a bird, make it move up and down. Then make it say, I am flying. And then take a screenshot and you're going to send it to the Telegram group. Send it to where? The Telegram group. So if you're not on Telegram, you know you need to join. Send it to the Telegram group. So once you snap it or take a screenshot, okay, if you are using a Windows system, you want to, if you're on Telegram with a phone, just use your phone camera to snap your laptop and then post it on the Telegram group. If you're using Scratch on your phone, just take a screenshot of your phone or on your laptop and then click on the Telegram group. I believe all of us are there. If you're not there, I'm going to send the link to us again so that we can join. So that's a classwork for us to do. That's a classwork for us to do. So let's put it there. It's a classwork, Sophia, so don't ask me how do we move it up and down. It's a classwork. So from what you have learned, I want you to do this classwork, okay, and post it on the Telegram group. You know, I said at the end of the training, we're going to be assessing you. So we're assessing your assignments, your classwork, your demo presentation, your attendance. Those are the different things we're going to be assessing. right? So I want us to post our classwork to the group. Okay, now I'm going to hand over to Tutor Precious so she can take us on the remaining project. So we can do the next project. Like I said, we just started from the very simple one, right? We're going higher and higher and higher. We're going higher and higher, right? Into difficult stages. We're going to go into difficult stages. All right, so we're going to the next practical at this moment. I'm waiting to see our classwork. Awesome. So John did something amazing. I'm going to share our screen. So when you submit, please write your name. Write your name so can see it. So when you submit your assignment, make sure you write your name. Or when you submit your what's called your classwork, make sure you write your name. That oh, this is from this also person. So I want to share so this is John's submission. So it did that of a butterfly. Yes, it did that of a butterfly. That's very, very good. Let's give him a round of applause. Okay, so
Mom, that was not John, it was Emmanuel. I'm using
okay, yeah, Emmanuel. Okay, good. Very good. So don't write your name when you submit, write your name.
okay, Mom.
Okay, so I'm handing over to Facilitator Precious. So after our practical session on Scratch, we're going to have another session. So don't be in a hurry to go. It's going to be a very interesting session. And then tomorrow too is loaded. Tomorrow we're doing graphics design. We're doing super amazing things that you don't want to miss. Okay. All right. So let's Precious, over to you.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Thank you, Ms. Dami, for that section. So, we'll be doing another project very quickly. So, Ms. Dami already ran us through the basics of Scratch and we created an animation. So, we'll be creating a new animation very quickly. So, can you see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen, please. Okay. So, very quickly, I want you to delete this sprite. create new. So to create a new game, you can go back and click on new on your file. Okay, I've deleted that scratch. We'll be adding a new sprite. I've deleted the sprite before. This should load up, load up, load up, load up, load up. So I'm looking for a sprite that I like. Um, okay. There's actually a search tool on your scratch. So I want to search for a monkey. So this is my monkey. Can we see my screen? Have you done that? I'm not getting any responses. Are we following? If you're following, say hi. Okay, thank you. So I've added a monkey, but this monkey looks too big for me. So I can reduce the size of my monkey. Let me say 60. So to reduce the size, you come here. You come to this area. Can you see where my mouse is? So I come here and I just delete this and type 60. Can you see that the size of my monkey has reduced? So my monkey has to be on the stage because I want to create a realistic kind of setting. So I'll come here to my backdrop and I'm going to add a backdrop. So, okay, I think I like this. Yeah, good. So my monkey is in a kind of galaxy. So what we're trying to do is we want to be able to use our keyboard to create a command, to give command to our animation. What you did the last time, you just click on the flag and it goes on. This one, I want you to be able to use your control. I want you to be able to control your game. Are we following? Have we done this? Have we done this? Okay, good. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to create an event. And our event is when flag is clicked. So you drag when flag is clicked. When flag is clicked. Okay, have you dragged that? Have we done that? Okay, I can see responses. Drag when flag is clicked. Then the next thing, you go to your control. You scroll up and you look for if then, this particular one, and you put it under when flag is clicked. So this is a kind of conditioning. Like you want to condition your sprite, you want to condition your animation that when something happens, what should happen next. So after dragging that, you go to sensing. You go to sensing. You can see how your sensing is. So when you drag this key space pressed and you put it here, you can see how this fits into this to this hexagon here. You can see how it fits into it. Okay, so I want to change this to left arrow. Are we following? Are we getting it? Are we there? Are we getting it? I need responses. I'm not getting any responses. Oh, Hope said no. Okay, any other response? Okay, so let me go back for the sake of hope. I added my sprite and I added my backdrop. So I want a situation whereby I can actually control my animation using my keyboard or anything I want to control it with. Every other thing we've been doing, every what you did last, you have to click on this flag and the game does whatever it wants to do. But this time around, I want you to be able to control your sprite in your game. So the first thing I did was I went to events. I clicked on when flag is clicked, I dragged it out. Then I went to control. I clicked on if this is a conditioning statement that okay, if this happens, what happens next? So I clicked on if this. So it was initially space that was there. Then I clicked on this drop down. You can see this drop down, this arrow facing down, and I clicked on left arrow. So I clicked on left arrow. So now I'll go to motion. I'll go to motion and I'll click and I'll drag change X by 10. Okay, let me explain how Scratch is to you. So this Scratch is like your graph, a Cartesian graph. So you have your X axis and your Y axis. So the X axis, I'm sure some of you are familiar with graph. So basically, on this side, you have positive. From here down here, you have negative, and from here down here, you have positive. From here upward, you have positive, and from here downward, you have negative. So this is my x-axis. This line, this is my x. This is x. So now I'm telling this that when my left arrow is clicked, it should change my x-axis to 10, but x is on the left side. So I have to put a minus here. So it will go left. So I'll add minus 10. Have we done that? Have we done that? Responses. Oh, okay, good. Good. Okay, good. So I'm going to duplicate this. So how do I duplicate this? I just click on this and I click on my right click. It duplicates. So I can put this here. So I can put this there. Have you been able to duplicate yours as well? Have you? Okay, I should do it again. I will do that again. So what I did was I clicked on this and I clicked on your mouse, press right click. It will give you duplicate. Can you see? And I put it here. Do you still want me to do it again? Okay, you don't understand how I did the key stuff. Okay, let me repeat that. Rather than duplicating, let me repeat it. So I went to my control and I clicked on this and I dragged it here. Then I went to sensing. I clicked on this. I dragged if space is pressed. But I don't need a space. What I need is, for the first one, I use the left arrow. For the second one, I want to use a right arrow. So then for this, I went to motion and I scrolled down. I saw change X by 10. Then I drag it here. Okay, now this particular control is for this side of your x-axis. So I don't need to change this to a negative sign. Do we understand it? Do we? Okay, I got yes, yes, yes. Okay, yes, that's good. So let's continue. So I want to duplicate this again because I need it. So I'll click on this and I duplicate. Okay, don't let me duplicate because it seems as if we're not getting it. So I repeat the same step. I go to event, sorry, I go to control and I drag this. If then I drag it, then I go to sensing. This time around, I want to drag this here, but I'll change it to up arrow. Then I go to my motion. I hope I'm not too fast. Go to my motion, scroll down. I look for change Y by 10. So I bring this here and I put it here. Okay. So I want to do the same thing again. I go to control. I drag this. I put it here. I go to sensing. I drag this key space is pressed. I fix it in here. I click on the drop down and I click on down arrow. And I go to motion. And I click on change Y, this by. So I need to change this to a negative sign because this is the down part of the Y and on your graph is always negative. So I'll change this to -10. Have we gotten to this part? Have we all fixed in our code blocks? Okay, okay. Tobias, you said, can I start again? I don't think I can do that, but you can watch the video recording. You can watch the recording and I can refresh for you. I'll refresh for you. Okay, so this is basically what I did. I want us to create a game that we can control by ourselves, like the usual game you play on maybe your phone or something. You swipe right, swipe left. So I want us to create a game that we can actually control ourselves. So I added a sprite, I added a backdrop. So I went to control. I went to events. I clicked on when flag is clicked. Event is something that triggers the action. Okay, what happens when flag is clicked? I went to my control. I dragged this. If then, I put it here. I went to my sensing. I looked for a code block called keys pressed. I fixed it in and I used the drop down to change it to where I want it to be. And I just repeated basically the same steps 4 times. So that's what I did. So let's click our flag. Can we see that nothing is happening? After clicking the flag, can we see that nothing is happening? Can we? I don't understand. Okay, yeah. So basically, there is a step that we have not added. We have to. So you go to your control and you drag. So you go to your control and you drag forever. Put it under when flag is clicked. And it just carries everything. Everything. Have we done that? Have we done that? Okay, nothing happened. Now I told you that you should go to control and you drag forever and put it under when flag is clicked. Have we done that? Okay, now you can now go ahead to click the flag and you can use your mouse to control, use your arrow. So I'm using my arrows on my keyboard to actually control this game. So can you do that quickly? Have you done it? Is it moving? Is it moving? I need more responses. Is it moving? Have you done that? Sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you. So have we been able to do that? So I want you to create. Are we there? If you can hear me, say hi. If you can hear me, say hi. Oh, thank you. Have you been able to repeat the same thing on your scratch as well? You haven't? Sophia said no. More responses. It's not working. Are you sure you did the right thing? Are you sure you did the right thing? Oh, yours is working. Okay. Ibrahim's own is working. There is change Y by and change by Y. Okay, let me go back to the code. Let's go back to the code. Let's see what you did wrong. Because in coding, if you don't, that was why it's on session. If you don't code rightly, there will be a bug in your code. And when there's a bug in your code, it will not give you the expected results or the outcome that you expect. So are you sure you have followed the code step by step in the correct order? So if it is not working, you can take a look at this and adjust while I rerun again. So I said we are to create a game that we can control ourselves. We want to create a game that I can control using my keyboard, I can control using my screen, or anything I want to control it with. So I went to events, I added my sprite and my backdrop. I wanted a monkey. You can use anything you want. And I put my monkey in a galaxy kind of view. So you can use whatever backdrop and whatever sprite you'd like. So the first thing I did was I went to my event tells me what happens. So I said that when flag is clicked, then I went to my control. I dragged this. Let me try to rerun again. I went to control. I drag if this is clicked. Then I went to sensing, clicked on sensing, and I used this.
You're not
Let me zoom
sharing
out so
your
you can see.
screen.
I used key space pressed.
You're not sharing
I fixed it
your
in.
screen.
I used my drop down. I used left
Hello,
arrow.
Precious. You're not.
Okay, what is a bug? A bug is an interruption in your code that doesn't allow you to work as it should. It's also a wrong code given to your computer. So a bug disrupts what you're supposed to do or the outcome you're expected to achieve. Okay, someone said, can I refresh my screen? Okay, let me reshare my screen. Seems as if most people are not seeing my screen. So let me reshare. Can we see my screen now? Can we see my screen? Okay, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So, a quick recap. I clicked on events. I clicked on when flag is clicked. When flag clicked, I drag it and put it in my code area. I went to control. I scroll down and I dragged if then I put it here. Then went to sensing, clicked on sensing, dragged key space pressed, and I fixed it here. There's a drop down on this that allows you to change, to other options. So I don't want a space, I want a left arrow. So I clicked left arrow and I went to my motion. I clicked motion, scroll down, and I saw change X by 10. I drag change X by 10 and I put it inside my if. So I said that this scratch is like a Cartesian graph. There is X axis and there is Y axis. And there's some axes that carry negative sign while some carry positive sign. So my left side of the left side of my scratch of my x-axis is a, so I'm going to change this to -10. So I repeat the same process. You can do that by going to control, repeat the process, or you can easily click on this, you right click and you duplicate. So when I duplicate, I put it on this. So this time around, I don't want my left arrow I want when my right is clicked, so I change it. I put where my right arrow is clicked. So and